You're watching the 5 Minute Bark Podcast on YouTube. If you like this episode, you just may like many more. Subscribe today by clicking the red subscribe button in the top right-hand corner.
But here's our belief, and here's what our organization is truly moving forward in the world, is that the entrepreneurial personality type is a subpopulation of people. It's a meta-population. We are different. If you're listening to this podcast, you're probably one of us. I know Dennis and I, we're different than most. We are physiologically sensitive, momentum-based beings. We are programmed to drive forward, to want more, to make more out of the world. And, in my life, when I was younger, I was very different, and so different that I stood out. I started studying success. And what I found was there's a consistency to success, that people who have created incredible outcomes in the world were always different and appeared broken, just like me. And they had the same types of diagnosis that I had, the same types of quote unquote symptoms that I had, and the same types of symptoms and diagnosis that all of my wealthy friends have. And the difference between me, when I share the fact that I've had an Asperger's, an ADD, and an autism diagnosis in my lifetime, and my friends who run multi-billion-dollar companies, is that I don't have shareholders, so I can share. They can't, or they would be. And imagine what it would do to their companies if they did. The reality is that throughout history, people like us have always felt different. But if you're one of the people who has felt different, and you felt like there's more for you, and you want to drive forward and change things, and you're not like the rest of the world who strives to become average and desperately clings to the status quo, you are probably one of us if that makes you feel queasy. Because we want to change things and make it better and make the world a better place, create a contribution, run a business, declare our place in the world and make it so. And if you've ever felt like this, you've probably also felt different, like a party of one, isolated and alone. And if you've ever felt this way, I want you to know something. It's not that you don't have a tribe. It's that you are part of the most important tribe in history. Because people like us throughout history are the exclusive source of positive human evolution, and we always will be. So right now, think back to anyone who you remember, anyone who you feel matters to be remembered, and you will confirm for yourself that they are just like us. So to everyone, I want you to understand that it's not that you are alone or different. You are part of the most important part of history, one of the most important groups in history, and part of the segment of the population who creates our future. I have one message for you. There is nothing wrong with you, and you are not alone.
You're watching the 5 Minute Bark Podcast on YouTube. If you like this episode, you just may like many more. Subscribe today by clicking the red subscribe button in the top right-hand corner.